Hey everyone, it's Rihanna and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a film review for In the Heart of the Sea, which is Ron Howard's new epic sea adventure.
Centuries before, sailors feared sailing off the edge of the earth.
All hands on deck!
But we were headed for the edge of sanity.
I believe you have seen things no one else has seen.
What is it?
Now, In the Heart of the Sea is based off the true story that Moby-Dick is based off of, so it's like based off Inception but with more whales, based in the 1800s. The true events are recounted to the author of Moby-Dick, Herman Melville, who was played by Whishaw in the film, and they are recounted by the last surviving member of the Essex ship, which is taken down by a white whale when it is sent out to sea to gather whale oil for lighting and energy. Although the story is told from the perspective of Thomas, who is the last surviving member of the Essex crew, who is played by Gleeson as an older version, and Tom Holland, aka New Spider-Man, in the younger version, it actually tells the story of Owen Chase, who is played by Chris Hemsworth, who's leaving his wife and unborn child at home alone while he goes out to sea to gather this whale oil. And he is promised beforehand that he will have a captaincy, but has to go out on this voyage as second in command next to someone with a higher title than him. Before all the whale stuff goes down, him and the captain have a lot of conflict between whether or not you should have the captaincy by name or whether or not you should have it from experience. And there's a lot of talking and dialogue for a film that's about a giant whale. And we all know from the tale of Moby-Dick, even though I haven't read the book, I know what happens. On the Essex, they are taken down by a great white whale of humongous size that keeps following them throughout these seas. The white whale takes down their ships and puts them to the test in hardships they were not prepared for. I feel like everyone acting wise in the film did a good job, but it was nothing compared to anything else I've seen Ron Howard do. For example, his last film Rush, which I absolutely adored. Everything in that film was just so intense, and in this one I feel like he toned it down just a little bit. I mean, when you have Thor, the new Spider-Man, and Scarecrow, who are all three great actors on one ship, how can you not produce something that's super emotional and intense? For me, the characters were very two-dimensional and very disposable, considering you know in the end not everyone's going to survive, so you don't really attach yourself to many of the characters apart from maybe Owen Chase and Thomas in the film. It's a case where you really don't remember the names of most characters, and that's because they're going to die in the end anyway. But they still try to make you have an emotional draw to them and make you want to root for the characters as well, but I didn't necessarily feel that. I was more in the Heart of the Sea for the visual aspect of it, and the visuals in this film are beautiful. I can always rely on Ron Howard to have a beautifully shot film with these really nice close-ups, this really great action scenes. Although the action scenes were really nicely shot, I just didn't feel the tension in this film one little bit. I mean, we would have the build up to the whales, and it was kind of like Jaws, you know, you've got that music or you've got that kind of signal that the whale is going to come, and you're like, oh, the whale's going to come now. And it's there for maybe 2 minutes and then it just goes away. And this one becomes very repetitive with the whales. It's like, oh, it's there, oh, something bad's happening to us, and the whale's back, and it just kind of just goes on and on and on. And after a while you really just don't feel the tension. And as epic and beautiful as the score was of this film, I really just didn't feel the tension building up at all. Ron Howard as director in this film didn't really wow me in this film. As I said, his last film Rush I got so much adrenaline from, and he made me like an F1 film. I don't even watch F1, but I still loved Rush just because it was a beautiful piece of filmmaking. And In the Heart of the Sea didn't build up tension for me. The visual aspects and the music for me were great, but everything else really fell flat. It seems to me if you have a period piece mixed with kind of a Hollywood blockbuster, mixed with a monster movie, mixed with a based off true life story, you don't exactly get the perfect movie, even though those have perfect elements to them. It's just not a good combination, I guess. I feel like a direct adaptation of Moby-Dick would have been a lot more exciting, a lot more climatic, because it is a work of fiction and there's a lot more you can do with that film. I found this film to be pretty anticlimactic. The visual aspects and the music of it it were the only things I really enjoyed about In the Heart of the Sea, so I'm going to be giving it a draw purely for those reasons. If you guys have seen In the Heart of the Sea, let me know what you thought of it down below in the comments and what's your favourite sea-based adventure. If you like this review, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting on new TV reviews and movie reviews for you guys, Star Wars, very soon. As always, all my social media links, including my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and Letterboxd, will be down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I have for you today. Bye!